Welcome to the driver's seat. This is the 2026 first ever Kia K4 Hatchback. I've heard some people call it kind of an estate in the European terms, a long roof. It's a hatchback, but it is something that is more common in European markets than in American markets. I wish we had more hatchbacks, but we really only have a handful left, and I think this is one of the most sexy hatchbacks. Kia did a great job. I don't expect them to sell a lot of these. Starting price $25,000 for the 2-liter, normally aspirated, 1.6 turbo. We're driving around $30,000. It looks great, has a nice stance, very premium, very sporty, very athletic, especially from behind. You look at it. I think they've done a good job of distinguishing the rear end from the sedan. So from the B-pillar forward, that's the middle of the vehicle. Between the front and the back door, it's a K4 sedan, and behind that B-pillar, it's a hatchback. Pretty low roof line, not a lot of headroom, pretty tight quarters in there for taller drivers. But once you're in there, it's very comfortable, it's very confident, it's a lot of fun to drive, and it's priced right. It's all about affordability. This is certainly one of the more affordable vehicles that you can buy for 2026. I definitely have to hand it to Kia. The K4 is a very impressive sedan, but for them to expand that into this 5-door hatchback, long roof variant is a bold step, because they're not going to sell a lot of these. Not because there's anything wrong with them, it's just the American car culture doesn't embrace these kind of vehicles too often. I haven't seen many on the road, but the few that I have seen really stand out. And I like it. It's very practical. It's very sporty. It has a very premium look about it, especially when you look at the rear 3/4 angle look from either side. You just have these nice bulges over the wheels. Granted, from the B-pillar forward, it's a K4 sedan, but what they've done from the B-pillar back, it's nothing short of artistic, creative design. But we reviewed the K4 when it first came out and liked it. Still give it a nice, solid nod. It's a good-looking vehicle. Great light treatment, front and rear. Kia's been doing beautiful light treatment for a while. And they've always been known for giving you a lot of bang for the buck, a lot of content, and they're doing a great job. I wish more people would consider looking at this hatchback, but at the end of the day, we're kind of programmed to being more of a crossover pickup truck and a little bit of a sedan market, but for the most part, don't seem to gravitate too much towards hatchbacks. But it looks good. It's got really nice, clean, low lines. And if I was 25 years old, didn't have a ton of money, this would be a vehicle I would definitely consider. But when I look at this compared to like the GTI, for example, which is one of my favorites, this just has a sportier look. It's the rear roof line is just much more aggressive, and just its stance. When you look at it from the rear, it stands it's very muscular, very athletic. So they did a pretty damn good job on the design, and this car is really all about the design and a little more practicality as compared to its sedan counterpart. So they have some Star Wars graphics here. Pretty interesting. Never seen that before in a vehicle. I don't remember seeing that in the sedan, but I like it. I also like the color contrast. You have more of a square-shaped steering wheel, but the fact that they make it in a two-tone combination is really nice. Just gives it more of a premium look. Everything about this vehicle just looks great. It drives great. Not the easiest vehicle to get in and out of if you're a taller person, but if that doesn't bother you, once you're in here, it's actually kind of comfortable, cozy. Would love to see this with a more powerful powertrain. I think that would be a really slick vehicle, but that's going to sell even in lower numbers. So I think Kia did the right thing here. I look at this as a sexy model to add to their lineup, especially now with the Stinger being gone. This Kia K4 hatchback really feels planted, handles nicely. We're in the GT version, which has almost 200 horsepower, so think like Civic Si. And it's not a Civic Si, but it's really close and a lot less money. Starting price $25,000 for the base non-turbo model, and that's the 2-liter. The 1.6 turbo we're driving is around $30,000. Pretty nice vehicle for the money. I would also add that the VW GTI, which is my favorite, is in this same category, and I would still get that. I mentioned the K4 hatchback is pretty low. This is just how low it is. I'm a little over 6 feet tall, and you can see just how short it is. Some of the SUVs we've been driving lately and full-size pickup trucks are 6 feet tall, so you can see how much shorter this is than bigger vehicles on the road. But it looks good, and for the right person, I think this makes a lot of sense. It's inexpensive to buy, it's inexpensive to operate, pretty good fuel economy. I would say, depending on how you drive it, low to mid 30 mile per gallon. I like what they've done with the sunroof. The sparkling yellow color is certainly unique. Looks good for video, looks good for photos. I don't know, if you buy it, you might get tired of it after 2 or 3 years. They have normal colors as well. But pretty good room. We got our golf clubs in here, some video equipment. So it's very functional, a little more functional than the sedan, and that's what they're going for. But also something a little sportier to kind of spice up the Kia lineup. Ever since the Stinger has been retired, there really hasn't been much to get excited about outside of the family vehicles like the Telluride and Sportage. So this gives them something to get a little excited about. Who knows, maybe they'll come out with a really high performance version, kind of like their sister company Hyundai, what they're doing with their N-Line. I'm Ron Doran, thanks for watching. See you next time on The Driver's Seat.